Hello and welcome to Jamm's Red. I am Joe and I'm joined by, as you can tell, Michael, and we're here for Jamm's Red.
Hello!
So,
How's it going, guys?
I'm sure they're okay. But I should clearly guess, what the hell is Jamm's Red? Well, it's something you put on toast. It's also our name for a podcast because our just YouTube channel is made of shitty puns about jam because we're lazy like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so right now we're...
Well, I mean, when you've got a good thing, don't fix it.
That is true. So yeah, the first very Jamm's Red is going to be about football, as both me and Michael are massive football fans.
Ooh.
And just so people know, you're watching me just chug along on FIFA. I'm not very good at it, so don't judge me on that. Michael is a Liverpool fan. I'm a Man United fan, so expect most discussions to be around those two teams. So if you're a Chelsea fan, fuck off. I joke. I don't joke.
Pretty much.
And just so you obviously
Jokes,
know,
no jokes.
we're biased as fuck, so keep that in mind. And we don't know too much about the other teams, more than watching them on Match of the Day, how we see them when when we play against them, and what the fans say. So, expect very knowledge on that to be very
vague.
Not vague, nothing that good. And yeah, we'll get started then. So I feel the first thing we need to...
Hopefully we'll be coherent.
Coherence? Nah, it's me and you on football. We are never coherent about anything. We usually just yell at one another.
Yeah, but there's no wine involved this time, Joe.
That is true. Or no recent controversy around our two teams. I just scored on FIFA.
True. Very true. Which is rare.
Which is rare.
There's normally some form of controversy.
But we're fairly diplomatic when it comes to discussing stuff about our two teams.
Me and you are, yeah, but our teams, there's always something in the news, isn't there?
Always something. Well, it's because we're generally big teams. That's one thing I do absolutely get fed up of seeing. Just people going, oh, the big teams get, all my team gets all the bias against them. No, every big team does. Shut the fuck up. United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal. If there's a big decision involving them, it's going to be, amped up by the media. Like, for instance, we're recording this as of the 11th of March, so 2 days after the United-Arsenal game. So if I seem a bit snippy on that, you know why. Yeah, all the hoo-haws are dives on that. Fuck you, and your recently good form. But yeah, so all the hoo-haws are not diving like that.
Who lost like a little bitch?
It wasn't that bad. We weren't that little bitchiness. But yeah, frustrating
Mate,
game.
to be fair, we drew with Blackburn fucking Rovers.
Yeah, can you, have that form against us, please? It'll make us feel so much better.
Well, I mean, the crazy thing is, when I was watching because I watched Match of the Day to catch up on it, because I don't have BT Sports.
Fuck BT Sports.
It actually, we played really friggin' well, but we just didn't score.
So,
Blackburn Rovers,
Liverpool
full credit to them, they played excellently.
Well, there's just a really good defensive performance by them. I'm just rooting for Bradford now. It's like, come on, Bradford.
Are they in the thingy?
Yeah, they drew with... Can't remember who it was, but they got a 0-0 draw, and they beaten Chelsea
yeah, I remember seeing it now.
Someone else, can't remember who.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, all big teams...
Skeleton motherfuckers.
All the big teams just have, the big decisions amped up. Like, for instance, Valencia this is, dived against United in the West Ham game. Nothing mentioned of it in the media because, it's West Ham, no offence to West Ham. They're not as big as or famous as the other teams. Big West Ham, doing remarkably well.
Yes, they are.
So I like Big Sam, one of the few managers
surprising
to actually swallow their pride. I remember seeing a thread on Reddit at the start of the season where they're like, okay, here's what the owners want Sam Allardyce to do. They want him to change into an attractive attacking style of football. Very tricky.
Yeah.
They want him to move their positions up the table to challenge for the Europa spots. Once again, very tricky. And to bring in new players while doing so. And we're all like, what the fuck? That is not possible. Not possible in the slightest.
A manager can only focus on so much at once.
Maybe get one or two of them.
It's like...
But he's somehow managed to do all three. Because apparently over summer, he took lessons in attractive football and all that. So it was like, wow. He actually swallowed his pride and learned new things.
Fair play to him.
Yeah. I do love Big Sam. He's such a troll.
Yeah.
I think it's just some of the favourite moments I have of it. Like, do you remember the old Swansea centre-back, Chico, whatever his name? Bit of a cunt.
Yeah, vaguely.
Dived in front of Big Sam, as Big Sam just, put his hands in his jacket, threw his coat back and just did that big, booming, fat guy laugh, you see? And it was like, fair play, fair play. I'll include a link of that in the description. Because that was one of my favourite moments.
You definitely should.
That him going to Big Sam, to Mourinho, going, I out-tacted him! He's just annoyed that he didn't win. Such a troll, it's phenomenal. But yeah, so
Yeah.
back to the original point, as we do this a lot, by the way, we topic jump, as we have the attention spans of 2 kids on meths and blue Smarties. The old good blue Smarties, that is.
Good Smarties. They were the best.
Yeah, so...
By far. Well, actually, no. I actually really love the orange ones because they were like kind of orangey. Not just in colour, I mean in flavour as well.
That is true. I'm a Skittle man on myself.
Oh, fucking Nora.
What did Nora do?
Lots of creepers.
I just saw a beautiful...
She was a boss-ass bitch. Oh my god, I'm getting shot again.
I saw a beautiful definition of next-gen keeping where Joe Hart just let me score. Next gen. But yeah, so...
I don't rank Joe Hart that highly.
No, not top class.
This is my thing.
Good.
You know, with goalkeepers, yeah, definitely a good player, but a lot of the keepers now, they don't dive with both hands, which you know is kind of an integral part of being a friggin' goalkeeper.
Yeah, most go for one-handed. Like De Gea has such a weird keeping style. It works though.
Yeah.
And I love that man, and I'm gonna cry when he goes to Spain, but it'll happen eventually. It's like whenever. Did you watch?
I'm not that impressed with Simon Mignolet either.
No, he's got good reactions.
However the fuck you say his name. Yeah.
Just call him name face like I do.
He clawed us into that game the other day. Actually.
Yeah.
Did very well.
You can never predict.
The break has
keepers.
done him a lot of good.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's just like how he's like Brad Jones is our number 1. Come on, it's Brad fucking Jones. Such an impressive level of shit keeping.
The meme comes to mind. Watch out, we got a badass over here.
True, it is a badass name, Brad Jones. But yeah, back to the original point. So
almost.
Recently had the FA Cup games. You know, Blackburn, Liverpool,
yes.
United, Arsenal. Have you seen the sending off incidents with our game?
No, I didn't actually.
Yeah, well, essentially, Di Maria dived and then grabbed the referee's shirt and got sent off, which was fair play, a bang-on good decision. Yeah. And the Bulls actually made the decision.
You cannot manhandle a referee.
No, and like everyone's just gone, what the fuck? Why would you do that?
Yeah.
And just the best thing about it is you see it in the clip, when he just sees them do it, his eyes just widen and go, oh crap, 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 crap. And I think it was Michael Oliver who just turns around with his face like, you fucking what, mate? You just fucking touch me. And just send him straight off, which was a good call. And then Januzaj dived again. It's like, no, you stop doing that. Why are you doing it again? Most pathetic dive I've ever seen. Like last season, I sort of defended him a bit because he got the living crap kicked out of him. And if I was in his position, I was getting the crap kicked out of me. I'd be like, okay, fair enough, dive. If you're getting fouled to shit.
Yeah.
It's like if Hazard suddenly started diving now, I'd be like, I don't blame you because literally you just get the shit kicked out of you in the games.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's kind of understandable.
Yeah, this one though, it was just pathetic. And what's more annoying, he was threw one goal into the box. He could have easily set up a really good chance. And he dived. He could have overtouched it, so he might not have reached it. It's hard to tell. But yeah, I just got so angry. Frustrating game.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Frustrating game because they won 2-1 in the end. You know, and they were the better second half team. But they scored off of Valencia's sort of back pass, which Welbeck then took around the keeper and scored. But yeah, so it was a frustrating game.
Skirtle Man City incident that we had a couple of years back.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was pretty brutal to lose that way. But Arsenal were the better team in the second half. But the thing that's frustrating me is all these people are now sitting there talking, oh, guess what? United died, the referee is perfect. He wasn't perfect. Like, he got those 2 big calls bang on correct, but there were so many others, like, let's see. Valencia was lucky not to be sent off. Rajo was. I'm saying the Man United players first so people don't scream bias at me. Fellaini did 7 or 8 fouls, which you know what Fellaini's like. Half of them are him being a clumsy ox. Yeah. Half of them are just people being soft near him. It's difficult being tall in the Premier League because everyone immediately just pulls up on stuff for you. That wasn't a foul. Sorry, I was yelling at the game. But yeah, Ramsey should have been sent off. Bellerin was lucky not to be sent off. Yeah, he just cocked up a lot of stuff. But overall, he got the big decisions right. But it's more one of those ones where it's like, he got called out to United players for diving at Old Trafford. Woohoo, he's the best ref ever. Frustrating.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad he had the balls to make the decision. Because it does take a lot of balls to do that.
It does, yeah. And it is good to see a referee not be a coward and be intimidated by the players. Because that's very important.
One of the few players that... Well, do you remember seeing Joe Hart squaring up to a referee?
Yes.
This was the referee.
Oh, I see.
So Shinny's actually
it makes a lot of sense.
And grown. So it's like, well, that's good to see. You know, seeing players referees take it and improve is good. But yeah, frustrating game because we actually played quite well. First half, we're playing more open football now, so we're creating more chances, more flowing attacking football.
Yeah.
But more openly at the back. I know what our defence are like at the moment.
Yeah. Pretty shocking.
Pretty shocking, but odd because, well, we have De Gea. And De Gea is like our Lord and Saviour Jesus Christ. Have you heard of him? Do you want to hear about him?
Let me read your leaflet.
Real Madrid, go away. He's shit. No one wants him. Leave him with us. But yeah, frustrating. I think that's a good actual point to bring on is how shocking has the refereeing been this season?
It's been absolutely abysmal.
It's probably the worst I think I've ever seen in all my years in watching football. Because it's not just one. Usually there's one dodgy call, every week. But there's been like 3 or 4 every week. And some of them have just been so apocalyptically bad. It's like, how have you done that?
Yeah. It literally beggars belief with how bad some of the decisions have been recently.
I'm all for giving the referees a bit of protection.
Oh, yeah.
But they don't need protecting. They actually need someone to call them out and go, okay, you've cocked up. Let's stop protecting the referees so much. Because,
well, that's the thing. I mean, it's going into the mollycoddling stage now, where, oh no, blah, 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 blah. And at the end of the day, if a referee fucks up, he's got to be responsible for it.
Yeah. It's like, you don't see it often when a referee comes out and holds up their hands to apologise. And it's like, you can't say...
Which, let's face it, some of the decisions that have been made this season need a referee to come out with his hands up and be like, yeah, guys, I fucked up.
I'm only human. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And, most will sort of accept that.
If they do that, people... Yeah, exactly. A reasonable person will accept it, like, you've apologised, fair play.
Let's face it.
Still hate you, but...
Yeah, and it's a fucking, let's face it, tough job. Can't see many other people doing that.
Oh, God, no. I wouldn't want to do it.
No,
it's bad enough when you refereed in football and you weren't the most popular kid there.
Yeah.
That was always difficult because you've got to weigh up how much it will damage your popularity.
I think the worst thing is your level of popularity was how far back in the pitch you were. It's like, I don't like you, goalkeeper. I like you a bit better today. Centre back, full back, midfield, and the popular guys are up front.
Well, see, because I was a good goalkeeper, it didn't quite apply to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, those were the basic rules.
Yeah, I think the thing that annoys me at the moment is you can't criticise them in the media. Like, you say someone has a bad game. Oh, here's a fine. Fuck off, they had a bad game. Fair enough if they accuse them as biasness or do a Mourinho and say, they're against you, Chelsea. Fair enough, give them a ban, but you just can't criticise them. And there's no consistency this year. Like, what's the sending off one game isn't the next.
Yeah.
I suppose there's some way you talk about, same with the fines, actually. Like, Mourinho got in shit for saying, everyone's against United, everyone's against Chelsea, sorry. And Van Gaal got a similar fine for saying everything in the Cambridge game was against United. Which, once again, both out of all the comments, not right. It's fair enough. But then the Preston keeper said something very similar after the penalty he gave away against United. Said if that was a Preston striker had done that, it wouldn't have been a penalty.
Yeah.
Yet, as far as I know, he got no ban whatsoever. He plays for Preston, but they don't care.
Yeah.
I was like, come on.
I don't think anything happened.
A bit of balance. Just because he plays for yada yada team doesn't mean they should be, protected and free from bans.
Yeah. Well, it's just simple, isn't it? Everyone should have the same rules no matter what.
Yeah, a bit of balance, a bit of fairness. But it'll never happen.
No, unfortunately.
Doesn't help that the FA are all cocks.
That is, that major elephant in the room, though, isn't it? Going back to the managers thingy, Big Sam.
Yeah.
You can't expect someone to do everything. He's one of the few that's managed to. Look at Brendan Rodgers when he came to Liverpool. We were kind of going into a bit of a shit mode, and the things that he's done for our club are just bloody miraculous. Yeah, okay, we're not winning the Premiership, but we're not in the decline that we were going in.
Yeah, you're on
The
the up and
team's
up.
building, the youth is building, everything just is on the up for Liverpool. And it wouldn't actually surprise me seeing our club run, because I was looking at the statistics
You're
before,
the most
and
informed team in the
Liverpool
Premier
have
League.
scored the most points this half of the season.
Yeah, it's scary. Stop being good. You're about to play
You
us,
know.
please.
So it's like,
It was just that abysmal first half of the season you had.
Oh, that was. I mean, that was just, the whole, wow, we did amazingly well last season. I don't think we can do it because we don't have Suarez. Let's not be professionals. Yeah. But fair play to the lads. They've really pulled the fingers out.
Yeah.
Including Balotelli, which I just love to see because I've always loved him as a player.
You, the moment he starts playing with another striker, he'll be a lot better.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, the press is still out for him. Barini, I'd still...
Yeah.
It's pity.
No, Barini can just fuck off.
Yeah, he's gone now.
He should not have been... Yeah, just in general, he just shouldn't be a professional footballer. He's that crap.
He's more of a utilities player, not the striker that Liverpool needed. Like, he builds up similar to Welbeck almost. Maybe not as good as Welbeck.
I'm just going to say utilities player like Emil Heskey.
I wouldn't call him a utility player.
Dropping that in there.
Oh, I got a player injured. Not really. He's a bit too one-dimensional to be a utility player.
Emil Heskey scored more international goals than Wayne Rooney.
To be fair, Heskey back in the day was a really good player. Then,
Heskey was fucking amazing back in the day.
But then, of course, haha, YouTuber jokes, and now he's a joke. I'm glad him and Good Johnson. I'm glad he's doing quite well at Bolton. I think he's scored a few goals.
Yeah, well, he nearly scored against Liverpool, which would have made me incredibly angry.
Yeah, it was angry to see Welbeck score against us.
Yeah,
especially off a fucking
defensive Did he do the
error.
Respectful thing and not celebrate the goal?
He did not a major oh my god yay, but he didn't not celebrate either, which is a bit frustrating. But on the other hand, I sort of do want players to celebrate against their old teams. I wasn't angry, I was more disappointed. Because it wasn't just, he was there for a few years. He's been here since he was 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, it was
and
made his career.
Fan. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, he's not handled leaving that well. Fair enough, leave. But, he's done a fair bit of chatting, if I got played as a striker, I'd score more goals. Which he hasn't done at Arsenal. And then he's, once again, playing out on the wing. But yeah, I just don't like seeing players talk after they leave. If you're going to leave, don't kick up a fuss. Don't talk to the media.
Gracefully.
Just leave. Yeah. And, thank the fans for what they gave you. Some will call you knobheads and treat you like shit. Others won't.
Yeah.
Just keep your mouth shut.
Well, I mean, that's just people, innit? People are wankers for the most part.
General rule of acceptance. People are wankers.
Yeah.
We've seen that with the, the Aston Villa fans. We've seen it with the Chelsea fans recently. We've seen it with lots of fans, actually.
It's really sad. It is really sad.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, going back onto Balotelli, Joe Allen has come out and said that Balotelli is the laziest person on the team. To which I retort, yes, he is a lazy person, but at least he can play football, Joe Allen.
Yeah. He's just such a meh player. He's not apocalyptically bad, just meh. I'm trying to think meh is worse than bad. Meh just implies you don't see them. Because he's in one of those positions where centre midfielders who aren't a box-to-box type of midfielder, or a big defensive midfielder, get forgotten about really easily. The Carrick sort of type of midfielder. The Scholes, maybe not the Gerrard or the Lampard. So it's a hard role to take.
Because they have the strength to back it up, yeah.
I mean, all the same, though, he's just shit.
Yes. I couldn't believe he scored his penalty against Besiktas.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Because I was watching it with my friend in the put-up, my mate Harry, I think it was at the time. And we were like, oh shit, it's Joe Allen. Here we go. And he scored it. I was like, wow, okay.
Man, he's going to sack a shot for you guys.
Oh, he really has. I mean, he's had a few glimpses where you're like, oh my god, you could be a reasonable player. And then he's just totally not done it.
Does he suffer from the headless chicken syndrome, also known the Phil Jones
I
syndrome?
think he really does.
Oh, that's what's so annoying about Phil Jones. He's got all the talent to be an amazing player, but he's got... Well, here's his thought process in the game. Phil smash! Uh-oh, Phil injured again. Which is a shame, because talent-wise, he's phenomenal. But brain-wise, well, he's a headless chicken.
Yeah.
Been quite happy with Chris Smalling recently. Which is odd, as everyone thought, oh, United... Yeah, cause everyone thought, okay, United's career's over after the City red card, but it was almost the pull your finger out your arse that he needed and played. You know, he's had a few dodgy games here and there, but he's generally been one of our better defenders along with Rojo. I think it's Rojo. Every commentator has a different fucking way of saying his name. Rojo, Rocco, Rojo, Rollo. I don't know, I think it's Rojo.
I kind of think of it like Rocco, like, you know, a Rioja, the wine. Which I might sound incredibly ignorant because it, you know, I think it's more of a J, because I think it's a Spanish wine.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's Rojo. Like, I'm not certain. I just
can't fucking say it.
Oh yeah, I will apologise in advance. Foreign names, I can't fucking say. I can barely speak English, let alone pronounce foreign names.
I can pronounce some because I, you know, speak Arabic. Yeah. So anything Arab I can say.
Not many Arabic football players though.
No, which always disappoints me because there are actually some good Egyptian players.
Yeah, Salah's doing really well at Fiorentina. You know, the Chelsea the one who played for Basel. Got no game time. He was about to get to Liverpool or Tottenham, I think, actually.
He was, I was about to say. And now Liverpool almost signed him.
Like, got...
bit gutted that we didn't.
8 or 9 goals in, like, 8 or 9 games.
Oh.
So he's doing really, really well over there.
Yeah. Ah, well, fingers crossed things go well for the guy. And then hopefully Liverpool will get him.
I think Fiorentina have got a deal to sign him.
Right.
After the end of the loan.
Wouldn't surprise me. Bloody bastards.
Yeah. Chelsea are so clever the way they do the deals. It's really frustrating. While we just sell our players for like pennies, and it's really frustrating. Yes. It's like, hey, 1 million for our youth. Oh, okay, Chelsea managed to get 15. Fuck you. I mean, granted, Chelsea youth is obviously better than ours, but still.
Yeah. But, I mean, you still shouldn't give it up like that.
Yeah.
And that's what I've said to many girls.
With your fingers crossed behind your back.
Yeah.
You shouldn't give it up. You should wait for the right person. The right person is me.
I'm right. I swear I'm right. I'm right here. Oh, dear.
So who's some good youth to watch at Liverpool then now?
At the moment, I've not really seen that many. There's a kid called Rossi, I believe.
Yeah. Is he a midfielder?
He's quite good. I believe so. And what he is, basically, he's under 21s.
Yeah.
So he's not quite having a look in on the first team yet, like Sterling did. But he has actually played 2 first-team games for us.
That's good, in like League Cup and all that.
Yeah, so he didn't do awfully. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes.
And what about the other young winger lad, Jordan Ibe? I don't have a fucking clue how to say his name.
Oh, Ibe, yeah.
He's looks
Jordan
like Sterling
Ibe
version
is
too.
One of my favourites at the moment. He's just a beast.
Is he very similar to Sterling, except plays on the opposite side?
Pretty much, except he's bigger as well.
Oh, that's good. Oops, I nearly gave away a penalty there.
I like much bigger.
All I know is I used to sign him a lot on FIFA.
Yeah.
But I suppose he's playing for Derby. Well, Derby are playing some quite good attacking football, apparently.
Okay.
Because that's where he was on loan at, then Liverpool recalled him. Then we sent Jesse Lingard on loan there.
Fair play.
Yeah. Got a fair few. We've got some decent youth, actually, at the moment. We've got Wilson. Wilson! Love that kid. Despite having a poorer second season, we've got Januzaj. He just right now needs to pull his head out his ass. Stupid little boy. I've never been more angry at a dive in my entire life.
Oh dear. I don't know what's happened.
It was just that dive against Arsenal that just was like, I was screaming at the TV, "You stupid little boy!" Which is odd, because I think he's the same age as me.
It's very, very frustrating.
Yeah, we've got Jesse Lingard, who originally he's sort of like a Cam style player. You know, Cam, not exactly a box-to-box midfielder, can play out wide. And he's on loan at Derby, but originally he started at the season because he had a really good pre-season and did his knee in and was out for until Christmas, where we then signed a new contract, then loaned him out, which I was so happy he got a new contract because I really like him. And hopefully he'll get a bit of game time, you know, rotate with Mata and all that.
Yeah.
And then we've got, I'm trying to think who else. We've got Pearson. He's on loan at Barnsley and is rated he was originally rated 40 and 50 at FIFA, which I was sulking about for a good 5 or 6 days. It's like, he is not that bad. Yeah, we've got some good youth, to be fair. And apparently Falcao's a part of our youth team now.
Yeah, I saw that. What do you reckon's going to happen with Falcao? Because he's not exactly been doing well, has he?
No, we're not going to get him. Unless they say, okay, we'll knock it down to 10, 15 million, which they won't. We won't sign him.
Yeah.
Which really is a pity.
I really don't think you should sign him. I think he's a bit shit at the moment, which is really depressing.
Shame, because if it had worked, it would have been a great deal. But he's lost that yard of pace because of his. I think it was did his cruciate his knee or something like that. One of the worst ones you can get.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And he was fucked after that. And then you lose your confidence, and then everything else follows. And you do a Torres.
Yeah.
It's a real pity because he's a really likable guy. You know when you see someone who
really nice.
and you know when you see someone who sort of gets the club with the right mentality, has the passion every time he plays. He was one of those.
Yeah.
So it's really sad to see him not doing well. But it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Well, that is true. That is very, very true.
It's just going to be more a case of we won't sign him, and the question is who we will sign. Will we give Hernandez another go? Will we sign another striker? We'll move to Van Gaal's preferred 4-3-3. And then just leave Rooney as the only striker, which with Van Persie and Wilson.
How fucking original. Yeah.
That was oddly sarcastic.
I know. Weirdly, 4-4-3 is the one that I always end up using on FIFA, like some derivative of it.
4-4-3.
And whenever a manager uses it.
4-4-3?
Yeah.
You got an extra player there.
Have I?
4-4-3.
Oh shit, that's 12 people.
Unless you're not playing a goalkeeper, of course.
I think I meant 4-4-2.
Yeah. But yeah, we got.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, but right now we don't have the balance in midfield that Van Gaal plays with. Like, we need essentially a box-to-box midfielder, like two midfielders who can play defensive or have defensive tendencies, then one or two really attacking ones. And we don't have that. Like, obviously, Blind and Carrick are both very similar sort of players, and they're too static to play at the same time. Both very good players. Both very static, like no pace, no fit, not much strength, but really smart players. The Gareth Barry sort of type almost, except perhaps not as defender, not as good as tackler as Barry.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we need. Well, originally it was going to be Strootman until his knee became made out of paper mache.
Poor boy.
Poor guy, but I think he'll be back. Hope he does well.
Yeah, he will be definitely. Kolo Toure is talking about staying at Liverpool, which is nice.
Yeah, he's been
finally started
package.
to show himself being good.
It's Real Madrid game he had a cracker, didn't he? Oh, speaking of Real Madrid, did you watch the Real Madrid Schalke game last night?
No, what was the score?
4-3 to Schalke. Lost 5-4 on
right.
aggregate. So I was like,
oh, for fuck's sake.
I didn't watch any of the group stage, but I've watched a fair bit of the knockouts now, and I've really enjoyed it actually. Like I watched Barcelona City, Messi's just orgasmic. I watched Monaco Arsenal, that was a really good game. Then I watched the Madrid Schalke, and that was just, by God, what a game.
Yeah.
But then I just cried every time Casillas did something badly, because I'm like, no, you stay away from David De Gea. I'm going to cry when he goes.
Yep. And it's going to happen sooner than you think, I imagine.
It depends on whether or not we sign. If he doesn't sign a new contract by summer, then it could be he's waiting to see if, they go from the summer.
Any of the other bigger ones want him.
It'll be just be between Madrid and Barcelona. So the big one is...
Yeah.
Like, he was, an Atletico Madrid player, so the rivalry's quite strong. So it's not a case of, you know, he supported them as a kid and never played for them. He actually played for them. So there's that.
Yeah.
So he might only want to go back there.
Yeah.
But I can't see Madrid splashing on him. And it's just, well, I don't know. You see, like, he's got a really fit Spanish girlfriend who lives in Spain, so I can't blame him if he wants to go back there.
Oh, yeah.
It's just an online joke of between Man United fans going, okay, lads, someone's got to, you know, make him dump him, go for her, so he stays here. And everyone's like, I volunteer as tribute. I'll fall on the bullet. I'll take this deal. But yeah, no. Everyone knows he'll eventually want to go back to Spain. It's just a matter of when and how much we get for him.
Yeah.
I think if he signs a new contract, he'll have like a buyout clause of like 40, 50 million, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, he's such a good keeper, though.
Yeah. I didn't rate him a while back, but he's
well, no one rated him at the start. Because at the start, he was a keeper with amazing reflexes, but kept on cocking up and had no physical skills. And now, he's like Super Saiyan with his reflexes at the moment. It's fucking freaky. Yeah, but lots of good keepers out there to replace him.
To the lad. Yeah.
One thing I'm always ashamed of, do you know who Jack Butland is?
No, never heard of him.
Oh, shame, because he was a really good young keeper at Birmingham, and then he didn't go to Chelsea because he wanted game time, and I was like, sweet. He then went to Stoke instead, who had Begovic, and I was like, you dumb fuck. Yeah. Why would he do that? He did one great career choice, then cocked it up with the other one. But yeah, he was the he was the keeper in the Olympics for us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, really good keeper. One of those ones where
I remember, was it Scott Carson?
Oh yeah, West Brom guy.
He was a cracking goalkeeper at first, and then one big disappeared.
Cock up. I think he was one of the many England keepers that had a massive cock up and like destroyed his confidence. Yep. Like same with Ben Foster.
Yeah.
He was so good in the League Cup final against, I think was it Villa or Tottenham? I can't remember. But then
I think it was Tottenham.
Big legs. Massive leg spike there, sorry. But yeah, and you just had such a game. But I've got Fraps on at the same time, haven't I?
Oh, right, yeah, of course. I'm on Minecraft. Lag is just something that you grow to accept.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, and then, well, a few things. He had a massive injury, like, had to have, like, an artificial, like, implant of some kind, something in his Achilles, I think, which is a big one. I could have got that wrong, but then went to West Brom, did well, but played for England, did a massive mistake, and cocked up. Yeah. Same with Rob Green. Rob Green's a really keeper, but everyone remembers him for that mistake against USA.
Mm-hmm.
Which is basically he's a good keeper.
The one team in the world that we should have had a piss-easy game because they don't know what football is. They think it's a game where you run around with it in your hands.
Hand egg.
And we didn't end up winning because
I thought it was 2-1 in the end.
He
was
was
it 1-1?
So shit. 1-1.
Oh yeah.
I think it was 1-1.
The thing is, he did make a few key saves, but everyone just sort of remembers the big one, the big fuck up.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's the problem. When you fuck up that monumentally, that's what people remember.
Yeah, you could get like Super Saiyan on 10
Someone
other saves,
in our
and it won't
lives
matter.
has recently made a bit of a massive cock up.
Yeah. That's just it. You just remember it just stands out.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's go.
So.
But still,
it's a shame. We need a proper decent goalkeeper.
I still think Joe Hart will do the job. I just hope Jack Butland goes to a club where he gets game time. He's top 5. Yeah. I'm trying to think. He's probably top 5 in the Premier League. I'm trying to think. Top 5 between Courtois, De Gea, and Lloris. Top 3.
Yeah.
Cech, Hart, Begovic. Who else?
Well, I mean, Cech goes to that saying, really.
Oh yeah, Cech, of course. I feel so bad for that guy.
Yeah.
It's like, best keeper in the Premier League by a mile, but it's going to be a time where they're going to want to play the really good young keeper as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, who else am I missing? I feel like I'm missing another really good Premier League keeper. Fraser Forster, I wouldn't put him top 5 though.
I mean, I want to say Mignolet, but even I don't agree with that. There's bias and then there's bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, he's a really good reflex stopper.
Yeah, massively so. And he's a hard worker. Yeah.
That's true.
I won't take that away from him. He's just not quite at the level he needs to be.
Yeah, that's it. Like, it's so hard to hate a player when they like work really hard and have passion for the club, but they're still kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's like Falcao at the moment. It's like, oh, you're not what you were, but you try so hard.
Yeah. It's like, bless you for trying.
Yeah, still. Oh crap! I just conceded the goal against QPR of all people.
Oh mate, what are you doing with your life?
I'm playing at Southampton and they got fucking Pella up front, who's like a donkey with legs.
No sympathy for you, mate. You're letting me down.
Yeah, I think I do feel sorry for anyone who's actually taken the time to watch me play this game.
Is it that bad?
Stop judging me!
Oh, Joe, you silly person.
Yeah. So what have you thought of this?
I wonder if people would like to watch. Yeah, go.
Yeah. So what you've been thinking generally of the season so far, then, for you guys?
Genuinely, for Liverpool, this half of the season, I'm happy.
Yeah, other half was a bit of a shit one, but this one is just like
other half.
Uh-oh.
I was resigned to the fact that
you want to get top four.
We're just gonna slip back into their old ways, but they didn't. So I'm chuffed a bit.
I may not like Brendan Rodgers, but I think he's a good manager.
Yeah, and I'm like, how can you think that Brendan Rodgers is a bit of a cock? That makes no sense whatsoever.
Cool. That, to be fair, most managers have it, and so does Van Gaal. But he's one of those ones where it's like, I got really annoyed one time. He's like, he was talking on him on his shirt. What sort of knobhead does that? Skirtle.
What are you on about? Skirtle is completely innocent and always will be.
He just likes to hug people in the box. Which, fair, our players do that as well.
Yeah, he's a very friendly player.
Wouldn't want to fuck with him. He's terrifying.
Oh, I know, mate. Fucking hell. Like, there are some scary people in the world, but Skirtle, as lovely as a guy as he actually is in person, I would not start on him.
Yeah, to be fair,
like, not in a million years.
You know, the Portugal, you know, Madrid player. Apparently he's a really, really good guy off of the field, despite being an animal on it. Which is an odd thought.
Well, it's like rugby players, isn't it? You know, animals on the pitch, but it's because they get all of that anger out of their system. That they're so polite when they're not on it.
Yeah, I wish we had the similar sort of rules for refereeing that rugby players do.
Oh, I know.
Only the captain can speak.
At least we now have video replay.
Yeah, it's just a pity that we can't
goal
use
line
that for
technology,
other ones.
even that's the one.
It's either create some sort of Hawkeye system where you know the captain or the manager go, I want to review that.
Yeah.
Or have a fourth ref watching a screen, speaking to him in the earphones. Or
video ref.
Have it so you can change the if say a player. Do you know how that stupid rule that if a referee spots it, they can't change it?
Yeah.
Or does action change that fucking rule?
It
was like the challenge on Matic. Did you see it in the end?
Yes, I did.
Which, don't get me wrong, Matic's reaction was wrong, but I can totally understand it because there was a leg breaker. And you know, I don't think the guy did it intentionally either. It was just clumsy. But it needs a ban.
Yeah.
It was a horrific challenge.
Yeah, definitely.
But of course, because the referees,
there's
done
no.
Something.
Yeah, there's no excuse for a tackle like that, even if it's an accident. There are some accidents where there's just no excusing.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and that is one of them.
Yeah, like, cause let's face it, Matic isn't an angry player. He seems oddly calm for sort of the job he has to do on the field.
Yeah.
Get rid of that. Cause I remember I got really annoyed at it one time last season that a Hull player, a Mailer I think he was, stamped on Januzaj.
Yeah.
And because the referee sort of saw it coming together between the two but didn't see the stamp, he didn't get a ban. Which was really frustrating. It was like, for fuck's sake!
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the stupid sort of...
stuff like that really does need the ban.
It's like, it's a stupid mentality that lots of pundits have with... It's something I mentioned earlier about young, quick, you know, players with lots of flair getting the shit kicked out of them. They go, ho ho ho, welcome to the Premier League. No!
Yeah.
What the fuck? That could easily injure them. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Man United aren't guilty of doing stuff like this. Every team has done it. Like, fucking hell, Gary Neville kicked Reyes out of the fucking Premier League. It's something I hate seeing, because it's either they'll go, okay, I'm going to go elsewhere, or they'll lose all confidence. Like, Januzaj just last season, well, most fouled Premier League player, I think. This season it's Hazard. Like, so much he's apparently asked Mourinho to give him shin pads that go all around his legs to protect him. Or all around his shins, sorry. But yeah, the amount he gets fouled is ridiculous. Like, if we just go like, I'm fairly sure that same happens to Sterling as well. They go, I can't catch him, I'm going to kick him. And the same with, Ronaldo back in the day. Just look at some of the fouls he had done on him in the Premier League. Oh, it was ridiculous. How did I put that wide? Oh, it was Gustavo, that's why.
To be honest, it's just pathetic.
Yeah, and it's one of the scenarios
no need for it.
I'll just look at it and go, okay, I can't blame you for diving in that scenario. I suppose that's just it. Diving isn't as black and white as it's made out to be.
Yeah.
Like, there are some dives where they think they're going to get fouled, go over, stop to being injured. Or some dives where they dive. It's like, this is the one... Did you hear about the Rooney dive against Preston?
No.
Sort of essentially this big 6'5" German keeper comes flying out. You know when and he knocks the ball ahead of him? Then he's either going to get clattered if he doesn't jump him. Jumps in, then goes, oh fuck, I've lost the chance for a penalty. Then goes down, obviously dive. But essentially a dive and a penalty, if you know what I mean. Which thing is the general... For once, the generally accepted outcome, which everyone went, okay, it was a dive, but it was also a penalty.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone's going, why didn't he just keep on going? Because he's going to get clobbered like by a big 6'5" German man. I wouldn't want to.
Yeah. Well, it's just basics, isn't it? You know, when you're playing, you don't want to get hurt.
Yeah.
You know, if you know you're going to get fucked over, you try and get out of the way. Yeah.
And that's just it. It's sort
Only
of like...
a complete retard would just still go straight into a challenge that they're going to get banged up from.
Jack Wilshere, in other words.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, one of those players I just cannot stand. Such little man syndrome and such a chavvy little face. And like, I don't needlessly hate players just for their faces, except for maybe Jack Wilshere's.
Yeah.
I want to punch that man when I see him.
See, I've got the Joe Allen thing with that. You know, that I just see Joe Allen as a person who's got short man syndrome.
Yeah, it's just you look at it and just go, no, shut the fuck up. You're not tough. You only pick a fight when there's someone behind you.
Yeah.
Did you see his little square? He tried to headbutt Fellaini, and that's one of the reasons why Fellaini so much. He didn't go down. I think he just looked at him and looked to the ref and went, "What the fuck?" Like clear on camera, you can see him just look at him and go, "What the fuck, ref? Why aren't you stopping this?"
Yeah.
I do love Fellaini. I know lots of people hate him because elbows, but to be honest, when you're 6'4", whatever. It's very hard not to. I don't think he's malicious. I think he's just clumsy.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there.
Oh, penalty for me. Yeah, it's like loads of fans like, he does it intentionally. Nah, not really. I'm sure every now and then a player will throw an intentional elbow, but every player's done it.
Yeah.
And to be honest, he's such a nice guy off the field. He's like ridiculously quiet.
Oh, right.
Not what you expect.
No.
I'm just happy he's getting success this season. I do like him.
Yeah, it's nice to see.
One-dimensional player.
He's one of those players that does deserve it.
Oh crap! I got my penalty saved.
Ow.
You right?
Yeah, just hurting myself on my chair.
So speaking of Fellaini and going on to that, what transfers do you reckon are going to happen this season or this summer?
From what I was looking at, where are we? Podolski might be coming back to England, apparently.
Oh yeah, he's only on loan at the moment.
Yeah, that'd be good. I liked him to be back with Arsenal.
Oh yeah.
You know, not an Arsenal fan, but
he's just a nice, likable player. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I just love him, in the German league.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to go.
He's fucking awesome.
I'm gonna have to go in a few minutes. So just quick last question.
Okay, mate.
Who do you think who will you sign in the summer, Liverpool?
Say that again.
Who do you think you'll get in the summer, and will you get top 4?
I reckon we will just scrape top 4, and I think the biggest signing we'll have. Oh shit! I forgot his name now. Hang on. I reckon we'll get Benzema.
Benzema, really?
Yeah.
I can't see that one happening.
Genuinely, I reckon we're gonna sign Benzema.
Well, you heard it here first. Yeah, for me, as much as I hate to say it, I don't think we'll get top 4, but I don't mind that because Van Gaal, like Moyes, clearly has a plan and he hasn't lost the dressing room.
Yeah.
And most realistic signing, most likely Depay from German team, not the German team, the Dutch team, PSV. And another right back, Coleman or Klein, possibly another centre back, and another centre midfielder. It'll be a box to box who will bring sort of balance to the team.
Yeah.
Okay, so that has been Jam Spread. It's been a bit all over the place. It's the sort of people we are, really. Hope you enjoyed it, you jamming bastards.
Well, that's what you want with a spread.
Yeah.
You want it all over the slice.
That wasn't even intentional setup there.
I know, but I got it. Okay,
a final question for you guys.
So thank you very much, anybody who's bothered to listen and watch Joe abysmally play FIFA.
Poor bastards.
I've been Michael.
And I've been Joe. And one ending question. Settled debate between me and Michael. Who is more... This is for the fans, for the 3 people who watched it. Who is uglier, Di Maria or John Flanagan?
John Flanagan?
Sorry, Flano, your fullback.
Oh, right, yeah.
Who is more ugly? They're both ugly bastards. Thank you very much, you jammy bastards. We'll see you all in the next spread. Bye! Ta-da!